I was just beginning to wonder where you were.
Oh, Daddy, it's not that late.
After 10.
Oh, yes. I ran out of petrol.
Ah, well, that's bad luck. Was it far to a garage?
Didn't get any. I'll have a drink, I think.
You didn't get any petrol?
Well, it was nearer to here across the fields than to a garage. Do you want one?
I'm happy. So, where's the car now, then?
On that cut across the Hodden Road. I thought you might take me out there with a can.
What, now?
Oh, no. No, in the morning will do. Car will be quite safe, won't it?
Well, it'll have to be. So, that took you the best part of the evening?
Shall we have the fire on?
I'll do it. Can't be more than 3 miles as the crow flies to that cut-through. Did you get lost or something?
It's been belting down with rain, Daddy. I had to shelter.
Oh, I see. Lucky you found somewhere.
It was a barn.
Ah, so that's how the hay got in your hair. It's been puzzling me.
Oh. Oh, I better wash it, I suppose.
Oh, dear.
Don't worry. I won't hog the bathroom.
You can have 15 minutes, then it's my bath time.
You are going to Leeds tomorrow, aren't you?
That's right. Do you want to come?
Oh, no. No, thank you. I've got a date.
What can I get you?
Well, I think I'll have a whiskey, Amos.
Come into a fortune, have you?
Some hopes. Way things are at farm.
So I heard.
No, it's just a loan from Mars, as a matter of fact.
Oh, aye.
Well, more of an advance, really. Cheers.
Cheers.
I tell you what, Amos, can I get you one?
Oh, I'll have a half.
Right.
Who are you trying to impress?
Who's it to impress round here?
Just a joke, Joe. Rare drop of rain we had yesterday. Lucky it eased up when it did, I'd have been soaked.
Oh, aye.
Still, lucky for some it were, I reckon. Cheers.
How do you mean?
I was crossing Jameson's meadow, and I saw your Jack and young Wilkes girl.
Just walking, were they?
Oh, aye. Holding hands and all they were. Strolling along, her head on his shoulder and all that business. Thing is, they were just coming out of Jameson's barn. Been sheltering from rain, I expect.
Potatoes ready yet, Peggy?
Aye, they'll be like porridge in a minute.
The dinner will be ruined.
Here, look out, thanks. Well, Matt's here on any road.
Yeah, Dad.
Ah, thanks, Fanny.
Where are t'others?
Ah, they're being in their own time, I expect.
Didn't they come down with you?
You get on. Have to wash first.
Was our Jack up helping you? I asked you, Matt. Was Jack up with you?
I've not seen him all morning.
You mean he left you and Joe on your own to get on with Walling?
Well, he's the boss. It's his right.
Some right. He ought to be ashamed of himself. What's keeping Joe?
He won't be in. At least I don't think so.
He never missed a meal in his life. What happened?
He's gone down to Woolpack.
Wolfpack. What for? Midday.
Aye, he says from now on he'll be taking his dinner there.
Aye, and a long dinner Harry'll make of it too, like Dad did. Has he been gone long?
A bit.
How long's a bit? Has he been working with you at all?
Of course he's been
For how
working.
long, though? What time did he knock off to go
I
to work?
don't clock
No,
watch.
you don't. That's your trouble. You're too loyal. You've been working, keeping place going, and t'others don't give a damn. And you don't care a damn about it. You don't say a word against either of them.
Watch your tongue, girl.
I won't have Matt Eustace donkey about farm.
Hey, Peggy.
That's what you are, and if you won't stand up for yourself, I'll have to do it for you.
One thing I won't do is row with my wife in front of others.
Well, somebody's got to do something.
I'll get Joe back from Woolpack.
He'll have taken Van.
I'll still walk. I can sympathise with how you feel. But if you've any sense, you'll let Matt work out his own way of doing things. He may be led, but no one can push him.
Well, that's it. Do you like it?
Ah, you've picked up some nice pieces.
Oh, not like the stuff you've got at the farmhouse. That table in the kitchen's marvellous.
Do you really like it?
Oh, of course I do.
Do you like me to get it for you?
Oh, no, I couldn't take it off them.
Or would you be willing to pay a fair price?
Well, yes, I would, but...
Then why shouldn't you have it? It means nothing to them, while you'd appreciate the table. And they'd appreciate the money. I dare say Peggy'd replace it with one of her plastic dreams.
Don't sound so scornful. Plastic makes life easier for a lot of people, especially housewives.
I didn't notice a lot of it in your kitchen.
I'm not a housewife.
I'd better move.
Oh, but I told Mrs. Watson you'd be here for lunch.
What about Daddykins?
He won't be in till about 6 this evening. He wouldn't bite you anyway.
No, but there's always the chance I might bite him.
That fish business was an accident.
I dare say when the poor old world finally gives up because we've turned it into a rubbish heap, that'll be our excuse. It was all an accident. We didn't really mean it. We were just too greedy.
Haven't you got any faith in people?
You've got nice eyes.
That's not an answer.
It's the only one I've got at the moment. Can I have a drink?
Oh, of course.
No, let me. Will you have one?
Please. Sherry.
Very bourgeoisie.
I am bourgeoise.
I'm pleb. I'll have a scotch. How'd you get on with Joe?
All I managed to do was break his fishing rod.
It wasn't his, it was Matt's.
Oh, dear.
A present from Peggy. His wife, you know.
Was she upset?
I don't think she knows yet. Don't worry, it'll all sort itself out.
I did offer to pay for it, but Joe said he could mend it himself.
Cheers. You like Joe?
Oh, of course I do. You can't help liking him. He's got such a friendly nature. Oh, it's nothing more than that.
Yes, I just hope Joe feels the same way. But I doubt it.
Your dinner's getting cold.
That's the least of my worries.
Sorry I went off deep end. I was only thinking of you. It's not fair the way they treat you.
I'm paid to work. What the others get up to is no business of mine.
But you're one of family.
I'll tell you what I am, Peg. I'm your husband. And I don't much like the way things are getting with us.
I've said I'm sorry.
It's not apologies I'm after, it's just that... Well, I've got my own way of doing things. I don't want to get involved in your rows with Joe and Jack.
I was just defending our interests.
I haven't got any interest. Leastways, I haven't, apart from the work I'm paid to do. Nor's Joe. Jack owns the farm. It's up to him to run it the way he likes. And I can defend myself.
Oh,
Oh, I know you mean well, love, but can't you see how it makes it look like you're bossing me about?
don't boss you, Matt. You're my husband. I'd do anything for you. Go through hell and high water.
I don't know.
What's wrong then?
I don't know,
I
Peggy.
changed.
Do you remember our wedding?
Of course I do.
I felt real proud of you that day, the way
Soft
you looked.
soap.
Yeah, sure as I'm standing here.
You're sitting down.
That's more like it.
What do you mean?
Well, you've a smile on your face. Haven't seen a lot lately.
You make me out a real tartar.
No, you're not. You're the best wife I could have landed myself.
Well, I'm not grumbling at you as husband. It's just that...
Well, you knew what you were getting. I didn't mean to take it out on you.
I should hope not.
Hey, what do you want?
What do you mean?
Boy or girl?
Oh, girl, I hope.
I'd like a lad.
Well, you would.
Can't send it back if we get the wrong sort. Leastways, one of us will be satisfied.
Come on. Your dinner will be ruined.
Right. No rest for wicked.
You are tired, aren't you?
Oh, I could do with a break, I don't mind saying.
We don't get out like we used to.
You're right. I'll tell you what, we'll go out for a drink tonight, like we used to.
Hey, we used to go fishing too, remember?
Aye.
Hey, why don't we go fishing tonight, Matt? Just for an hour or two. Oh, let's do it. What do you say, Matt?
Well, that's so.
Hi. I should see his wife's face this morning.
Oh, where were the rum bunnies then?
Set it up, Amos. Come on, I need it. What'll it be, Ted? Darts or dominoes?
Well, what do you think you got a chance at?
Oh, look at him. Fancies himself.
Proof of the pudding. How long since you beat me at either?
Oh, I've been going very easy with you, lad. Encouraging the young.
Oh, you've a long way to go, Ted.
Oh, aye. Well, now pull the other one.
14 pence.
Didn't you say have one, Ted?
You can have 100 up for a pint if you're feeling reckless. Hello, Annie.
Hello, Ted. How's Joan?
Oh, middling fair. Doctor says it'll be any day now.
She'll be glad when it's over, I expect.
Aye. Well, come on, Barney, let's have you.
Right. That's if you can see forward.
Has our Joe been in?
Nothing wrong, is there?
Never mind. Has he been in?
Hang on. Don't forget there's one to pay for.
You better pay now.
Set him up, he can pay for 3.
Joe was in a while back drinking whiskey.
Whiskey?
Aye, downed it neat too.
Hang on.
Oh, then he went out.
You say he came in here, ordered whiskey, drank it, and went straight out without saying a word?
Not exactly, you see. Well, he...
What?
Don't know how to put it, really. You see, I weren't thinking anything, you understand. I was just making conversation.
Come to the point, man. Was it something you said or what?
Fact is, I happened to mention I'd seen your Jack coming out of Jameson's barn with Wilkes' girl. I'm not saying there were anything in it, mind. It had been raining no end. I dare say they'd been sheltering out of it.
And you told this to our Joe?
I weren't thinking, see? Slammed his glass down and went out. Look, he didn't break where it came down, I can tell you. What I reckon is he's got it bad over her.
I can put 2 and 2 together myself, thanks.
If there's anything I can do, you
There
want
is. Keep the whole business to yourself, if you can.
Oh, I will. You know me, Annie.
Aye, I do. That's the trouble.
Don't drop it for heaven's sake.
I can manage.
After you.
Thank you.
That was a good lunch. Classy home cooking, English style.
Well, don't forget to tell Mrs. Watson. We have to praise her like heaven to keep her.
You don't cook?
Well, crepe Suzette's my speciality. It doesn't matter so much if you burn it.
You don't cook, you don't work. How do you occupy your time?
Oh, I sew, make beds, darn socks, all the unskilled jobs, the chores. I'd like to learn to milk a cow.
Have you got one?
No. What do you do?
Oh, nothing much.
Well, nothing much what?
Nothing much anything. Any more?
I think so. You're an expert at that, aren't you?
I'm an expert at nothing.
There you go again. Soon as I try and pin you down to something about yourself, you either change the subject or turn it into a joke. It's just as Joe said. No one can ever get anything out of you.
From empty cans, you get emptiness.
You see? You're not empty. You know you're not. You're hiding behind this attitude.
Don't we all?
Oh, Jack.
No, I mean it. Everybody has their attitude. It's what living is. Getting an attitude. Learning to hide.
Tell me how you got your attitude, then. And what have you got to hide?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Don't you like farming?
It can be a good life, I suppose. Depends on how you farm and what sort of person you are. Horses for courses.
Did you leave home because you didn't want to be a farmer?
No, not exactly. And the next question is, why did you leave home then? Right? That's a funny story. Dad wasn't doing very well. Not that he ever did very well, but at that particular time he decided the solution to his problems was battery hens. That means shutting them in cages and never letting them free. I didn't like that. He didn't like me not liking it.
Did you have a row?
One thing Dad didn't like was being told what to do. Come to that, I don't take to it very easily myself.
I see. That's why you were annoyed with Daddy about the fish and the bird.
Life's a life. You've got to respect it. It's the only way to make life work.
How did you make life work in London?
Are you any good at scenes?
What sort of scenes?
Arguments, particularly with thwarted young men.
There you go again. I want to talk about you. I'm sure you're not thwarted.
Or that young. But there is Joe to consider.
We can leave Joe out of it for the moment.
We can't. He's here.
Was it all right?
I ate it, didn't I?
Come on, give us your plate.
Your mother's a time.
A tidy step. Oh, sun's come out again.
Makes a change.
The washing it does. I'd best get these out while I can. If it stays fine, it'd be nice down by the river later.
You going fishing, are you?
Aye.
Joe knows, does he?
I know he broke the rod, if that's what you're hinting at.
Well, I just wanted to get things straight in case he doesn't get back till you go.
Who gets back?
Joe, of course. I reckon that's why he's gone down village, to get that fishing board prepared before Peggy finds out.
Oh, it could be. I never thought of that.
Hey, we're in a right state about it.
Nothing to stake Peggy will be in if she finds out I lent it to him. Let's hope you're right.
I know I'm right. He borrowed £2 off me to pay for a new top bit.
You had £2 off him?
It was lucky I had it. I got my pension yesterday.
A little bugger. You had £2 off me for the same reason.
Act your age, Joe, for heaven's sake.
What sort of age do you act, eh? Big brother runs off and leaves the rest of us to manage on farm. But as soon as there's a shilling in it, without Dad breathing down his neck, he's back like a shot, grabbing all he can lay his hands on.
Oh, grow up.
I'm not a kid. I know what I'm on about.
Like hell you do. You don't give tuppence about the farm. You're all steamed up because you found me here with Marion, that's all.
Aye, well, I thought better of you, Marion, and that's a fact.
But I've done nothing, Joe.
Nothing? Having a fell on a string is bad enough, but making a play for his own brother behind his back, well, that's just not playing it fair.
Joe, we've only been out once, fishing.
Well, and drinking. We went for a drink, you know.
You don't really think that gives you a claim on me?
Well, I'm not the sort of fellow who takes a girl drinking without being serious. Everyone knows that round here.
Local tradition, Marion. Joe's face is at stake.
Aye, well, I know a few tales about you wouldn't like repeating.
I can live with them.
Aye, that remains to be seen.
Well, I'm sorry, Joe, really I am. But where I come from, a drink with a friend is, well, it's nothing more than that. Whatever the local gossips might say.
Aye, well, they've got more than drinking to gossip about now, haven't they?
Joe, what's that supposed to mean?
You'll see. But there's more than one girl become a mother in Jameson's barn.
Oh. That's the last time I try and do a 4-minute mile. Oh, no, son.
Did you find him?
I've a shrewd idea what he's got to. Good enough for the time being.
Where?
That Wilkes place. I'm not putting my face in there, even if my legs could stand it. You can laugh. 4 miles I've done near enough. And I can't do it like I used to, especially at a running trot.
There'll be trouble over that girl. I can see it coming.
I would have to keep our fingers crossed. Where's Matt?
Working. Only man as is. Hey, we're going fishing later.
You won't be able to do that if you drag him off to city working.
Aye, well, I'll have to do without. Just as I can do without that sink and all. Oh, look, rain's come back.
What's the hurry? You've seen it before.
I put washing out for you.
I need a cup of tea. How about you, Dad?
You want to watch that, Joe?
Young men have to have their fling. They'll come to no harm.
Seems like he's trying to put a fast one to me.
I'll give her a week and she'll get fed up with him. If he don't with her. Not that I'm saying that's any excuse for him to get out of doing his work.
It's not the girl I'm worried about, at least where he's not directly.
Joe's a good boy.
Now, look. The repair of that fishing rod, that's not going to come to more than 30 bob now, is it?
What fishing rod?
The one that Peggy bought Matt. Joe lent it to that girl and it got broke.
Ooh, what's Peggy say?
Oh, she doesn't know. But Joe says he's going to get it put right. Well, he says he is.
So he should. A more fool Matt to lend it to
Aye,
him.
but Matt gave him money to get repair done. Now, I don't like that. Young folks should be more careful. Besides, I don't hold with lying, Annie. Truth never hurt anyone.
What are you jabbering
Now,
about,
listen to me.
Dad?
Anybody that tells lies is up to something. Now, you mark me, he's up to something.
Who is?
Oh, why don't people listen? Joe, of course. He's been borrowing money. He gets £2 off Matt for a repair that's not going to cost him more than 30 bob, mind. And then he spins me the same yarn and gets £2 out of me.
What are £2?
Aye, I give it him out of my pension.
He had £5 out of me this morning.
Well, that's £9. What's a boy like him? What £9 for, eh?
Have I got smut on my face or something? Your face is all right. How's your purse?
Light as usual. Why?
Has Joe been on to you for a loan at all?
Joe?
Ah, Joe.
Borrow money off me.
That's it. Has Joe asked you to lend him any money?
I'd like to see him try. Anyone as lends Joe money needs his head looking at.
He's here.
What's going on? Is Joe up to something or what?
That's what I want to find out.
What's his asking me for a loan got to do with it?
Here's a fine how do you do. And how is Miss Wilkes?
All right.
That's good then. Happens a chance to do some work on farm now you're done with her.
I'm going straight up to help Matt.
You should never have left him. Work has to come before gallivanting, choose how.
Well, tell that to Jack. See what he says.
Have you had dinner?
All that I want.
And you enjoyed your whiskey at the Woolpack?
Oh, it gets about, don't it?
That's all you've got to say?
Well, I don't have to apologise for having one whiskey. I'm over age, you know.
Where are you going, Joe?
Told you to help Matt.
No, you're not. Not yet, anyway. Sit you down, Joe.
But look, Matt's wait.
Sit you down, Joe. Now, you've got a bit of explaining to do to me and your granddad.